before. My eyes on the prize, I ain't worried about no hoe. The object of the game's for everybody to get some more. I line up my ops, they all fall like dominoes. Fuck that list, shorty, we still didn't crack a barrel though. Before you come aboard, make sure you know your role. Beat it down, bet nobody hit it like this before. It's been this way since a long, long time ago. Look like dirty dude, but I'm collecting dough. And don't nobody got an idea, I know. I catch up while they all going through it though. Hit all the cows, what you hitting one for?
Big paper on the way.
On the way.
That big bag on the way.
That big bag, yeah.
Big paper on the way. So we be counting up like every day. Big paper on the way. Big paper. That big bag on the way.
That big bag, yeah.
Big paper on the way. So we be counting up like every day.
Tootie on my side, don't make me knock your head off. Know some real Zoes that'll shoot your dreads off. Approach him about the Anna, look how quick he sped off. Going hard from the core, these rappers is applesauce. I'm blowing on that gelato, listen to Preach by Young Dolph. The dope used to make them J's jump like crisscross. I had to apply myself till I became my own boss. And you can't become that if you ain't ever took a loss. See, I used to slang that reap rock, kept them boulders in my sock. Said I would get it by any means, even if I gotta hit the clock. Meet me at the spot, it's going down like Young Jock. And I ain't gotta brag about how much paper that I got. I still got
big paper on the way. That big bag on the way. Yeah, big paper on the way. So we be counting up like every day. Big paper on the way. That big bag on the way. Big paper on the way. So we be counting up like every day.
that big paper on the way. That big bag on the way. That big paper on the way. That big bag on the way. Chop. Huh. What? Let's go. Chill. That big bag definitely on the way. Salute to my boy Big E up in the building. You know what I'm talking about? Well, hey, I'm gonna call you the other Big E, fam. You know what I'm saying? They try to say you little E, but I'm gonna call you the other Big E, my dog. You know what I'm saying? Salute, blessings on blessings, and welcome y'all to we trying to understand this shit because man, this shit is crazy, man, and it's really like on a whole nother level right now. You know what I'm saying? So I said, man, let me go ahead and do the fifth installment of that Black Hatred because man, that shit could go on and on, family. It's real serious out here. You know what I'm saying? You got to definitely protect your energy, wise up, pay attention to what's going on out here, and watch for the signs, family. Be very mindful of them signs, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's real crazy, for real, for real. I'm gonna bring everybody up in just a second. I'm gonna hit the link too. I'm gonna put the link up there in just a quick second too, family. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely want to break down a couple things about this trauma bonding and get the understanding on what it is first. So let's say right here, I put down what is the definition of trauma bonding. Trauma bonding is a psychological response to abuse. The person the person experiencing abuse may develop sympathy for the abusive person, which becomes followed by remorse. Trauma bonding occurs when the abused person forms a relationship with the person who abuses them. And then on top of that, it's 7 stages of trauma bonding, family. Oh, salute to Queen Charlotte in the building. You already know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Salute, Queen Charlotte. What up, though? You know what I'm saying? Trauma bonding, you know what I'm saying? It make you do a lot of wild shit. Like wear a white beater and shit. You know what I'm saying? Be looking like you be beating on chicks and shit. When you know you don't be doing that shit. When you know you shouldn't be doing that shit. Because you don't want nobody putting their hands on you. You know what I'm saying? That's another form of trauma bonding. So I wanted to show the example because we all been there where we seen them relationships. We see them on TVs and movies and shit with the dude with the white beater on. He be beating up the chick and shit. It's like they training you to be on some trauma bonding type shit too. Shit crazy, man. So we're gonna also look into the 7 stages of trauma bonding too, you know what I'm saying? And it's real. Them signs and shit, y'all. Finna definitely go ahead and post a link up and we're gonna break that down. Gaslighting. And I ain't talking about that good gas too. I'm talking about gaslighting from the opposite sex when they be triggering you too. They could do some shit that could have you triggered like a mud, family. They be already knowing, you know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure you definitely in your good spirits and paying attention and not being led to it. Because like they say, it do take two to argue, you dig? But you got to also steer clear of all that, you know what I'm saying? All that mess, family, you know what I'm saying? You got to, avoid it and try to break shit down as much as possible so you can get that understanding with that person. You know what I'm saying? That's what I be thinking about. The understanding of the matter. Where the understanding of the matter supposed to come in at, because that's where a lot of that gas, that lightning, that triggering go. You know what I'm saying? That's how I get fucked up right there. So I'm definitely putting a link in the chat already, family. Y'all more than welcome to hit it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep breaking down some of these other levels, other stages, pardon me. Because them stages is real, my nigga. You gotta definitely pay attention to them stages. Yeah. So the second stage of trauma bonding is love bombing. They say behavior patterns that will woo the abused over with displays of affection. You know what I'm saying? Love bombing. That's hard. Love bombing. That shit sound like they trying to woo you over to keep you cool so you don't be tripping and shit. You know what I'm saying? You notice how a person, when they always do a lot of wild shit in the relationship, they try to cover up their shit by, trying to make it be like they smooth at the wild after they didn't, you know what I'm saying, fucked up your day and shit and pissed you off, maybe drag you into a level and now you pissed off. Now they all trying to woo you over to calm you down. No, no, it's all right. It's all good. Damn, it's cool when you do it, but it's a problem when I do it. You know what I'm saying? That shit crazy, fam. So we definitely got to pay attention to that too. Let me see. I was trying to fold this layout. Hold up. What's going on? Let me see. Okay, I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping. It's all good. But yeah, the link definitely in the chat. Y'all could definitely come up, family. We could break some shit down. You know what I'm saying? I already got it in the chat, family. He said love bonding. Yup. Love bombing. It's actually love bombing, fam. They bomb the love. They'll do some shit, start an argument with you. It's a problem. You trying to, you know what I'm saying, see the ideology of it, get the understanding. But instead of y'all gathering the understanding, you getting thrown off into the other shit. You still arguing. Then they trying to woo you over with some cool common words or saying shit that you want to hear to get you to calm down and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's that bullshit, family. No, we don't do that. Let's get the understanding first. I'm gonna calm down when you understand me a lot better. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be to the point where you yelling and y'all fighting, y'all fussing, going hard hand in hand on each other. No, somebody have to see the, you know what I'm saying, the wisdom of the situation and be, the calm head, because cool heads prevail to gather the understanding. He said, okay, give me a second, fam. Hey, do your thing, family. No problem. No, hey, no rush, no pressure. Do your thug thistle, my nizzle. You know what I'm saying? Daddy duties is real. You know what I mean? So the love bombing played a big role in the situation as well. And then we're gonna go ahead and check out number three. Number three is emotional addiction. Damn, that sounds like some crackhead type stuff. Emotional addiction, family. Like when you addicted to the love, like you going crazy about that thing. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't necessarily just, the thing between the legs. It's just an obsessive, compulsive, just crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? You want to be around the person, you want to control the person, you do all this. You know what I'm saying? You addicted to the energy. You know what I'm saying? People become addicted to a lot of shit. It ain't just sex. It ain't just, doing drugs. It's the abuse of the situation. When you be going too far into the situation and you start trying to be demanding and domineering, y'all. Emotional addiction, y'all. Emotional addiction like a motherfucker. Okay, so emotional addiction is like when you come around somebody, right? And y'all been together, but y'all have a fight or whatever. Y'all been together for some time. Y'all have a little disagreement, and then instead of that person trying to like, uh, uh, be there for you to help you be cool, and you always got to be around them, you get addicted to being around them and y'all having problems. You see what I'm saying? Y'all can't be around each other and things be peaceful. You have an emotional addiction to arguing, to fighting, to being, you know what I'm saying, to causing it as a problem. And then only that, in order for you to solve half of your problems, you feel like being around that other person will solve it. When it's really, oh, that brother said, when it's really, right, right. When it's really not you being around that person to solve it, it's really you. You know what I'm saying? But you become so emotionally codependent on being around that person and putting your energy on them to whether as you making them feel some type of way. Oh, salute to my boy Big Roast in the building. Welcome to the show, family. Come on, brother. We'll be breaking down, you know what I'm saying, the fifth installment of Black Hatred, you know what I'm saying, called trauma bonding. So that's when the trauma, that's where it become an addiction, because in order for you to feel better, you have it in your mind that you got to be around that person and you got to be treating that person, whether it's saying some bogus shit or acting funny and all type of shit. So we're gonna go to stage four. Stage four is criticism. The abusive partner criticizes and blames the other person for the things that they know are not the letter's fault or not the other person's fault, which lead to continual abuse. Now, that's some shit right there too, because it's a criticism. Like, how a person always gotta comment on something. It gotta be oh damn, you ain't doing this, and then they steady throwing it off on you. And then every time you look up, they steady constantly throwing the shit off on you. That shit ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? That's another form of criticism. Like when you highly criticize the motherfuckers all the time. Some criticism is cool when you watching a movie and you chilling, you like, man, I ain't like that movie. That shit was wet. But then every time you look up, a person living on eggshells, they keep, criticizing. You have the link definitely in the chat, family. Y'all more than welcome to pull up, my guys. You know what I'm saying? Y'all more than welcome to hit it whenever y'all ready. Pause. So it don't be no good compliments. It don't be appreciate. Oh man, thank you, sweetheart. You looked out for me. You know what I'm saying? You helped me with the situation. Nah, it's a criticism shit. Oh, you ain't washed the dishes. Oh, you had went to sleep. You had to damn family. It's gonna be sometimes where you might miss a couple of things, but that don't mean you gotta criticize every damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Give a person some time to grow. Help a person understand better. Because when you criticizing, it make people feel like they can never really do it right and begin with because you already got your set opinion. See, criticizing also is like judging too to that degree. You know what I mean? So part five. I'm sorry, stage five. Part five. Stage five. The loss of self. You know what I'm saying? Loss of self happens when a person settles for anything just to keep the just at the expense of their self-confidence. Let me do it again. Loss of self happens when the person settles for anything just to replace, let me see, what it say? Just to keep the peace at the expense of their self-confidence and their sense of self. See, salute to my boy Meadowbrook Montreal in the building. What up, family? Blessings. Yep, you got to unmute your mic, my guy.
Okay, what's good? What's good? Boy, you preaching and teaching this afternoon now.
You
Hold
heard me.
on.
you heard me. Hey, man, this is one of the most. This topic right here is so, man. I might have to do a part two of this, bro. We're gonna have to probably do a part five, part two, a part two of part five, basically, because when you
Part
with somebody
5B.
and y'all get into that element, man, yeah, you heard me. That 5B family. When you get into that element and you lose your senses, fam. I'm talking about your senses. You ain't thinking right. You ain't moving right. Shit that you once had down pat, you doing it differently. You stepping into different stages of not doing it, being who you are, having your sense of self right. Damn, usually when I get up around this time, I go handle this, I go do that, I go that, go do that. You ain't doing that no more. You doing other shit that's keeping you throwed off. You see what I'm saying? So that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? You be with somebody and you lose the sense of self. You know what I'm saying? When that person supposed to be your other self. You know what I'm saying? Because it say love that person as you love yourself. When you in the, relationship with the opposite sex. But people they're not taking it into that. They too busy trying to take and not give. Oh, salute to Queen Money Tire in the building. Salute, Queen. And that shit ain't cool, family. Because you got to keep that sense of self close. You got to keep that sense of self intact. Because when you love yourself, you can love somebody else. That's the hard
Nah, for
problem about
real.
it too. Most people be trying to be in a relationship and then they be forgetting the number one element of loving self. Love self as you would love someone else. It's simple.
Yeah,
That's some shit that you
yeah.
ain't even got to ask for. That's some shit that just should come naturally. But they be so invested in not loving self, they hate self. You ever seen somebody that hate themselves? You ever talk to somebody that hate themselves? The conversation go way different. You be thinking you telling them something that's cool and y'all talking, they got a whole nother conversation going on in their head.
Yeah.
You gotta watch out for that. Real shit. All right. So number 6 is trust and dependency. It's a winning over the abuser's trust to try and manipulate them into being dependent on their abuse for validation and attention. Validation and attention. Damn, that's some deep
Damn.
words. Oh, salute to Queen
Yeah.
Melanated Gem in the building. Man, that shit hit hard, dog. That shit hit hard, fam. It said for validation and attention. So you're gonna do that. Take the trust and dependency. You putting your trust and dependency on making sure you hurt that person and get your validation every time you hurt that person. You know what I'm saying? To make yourself feel better. That's fucked up. People take pride in making other people feel better, and they feel better from doing it. How could you get? That's diabolical as a motherfucker. I mean, why would you even do that to somebody? You know what I'm saying? Whereas you wouldn't want nobody to treat you that way. You know what I mean? Being an '80s baby, they taught us early on respect, the golden rule. You treat those as you want to be treated. And I try to live that as much as possible because you have too many times where people come off and they be disrespectful. They say a lot of wild shit. You know what I'm saying? Even on this YouTube, man, this YouTube street shit, man. Motherfuckers be on here, nigga, running them up, like they be saying. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't on here for that, family. We ain't on here to be running no mucks. We on here to get your mind right, gather some understanding, and promote blessings. So y'all more than welcome to hit that link too if y'all want to, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna chop it up. I'm gonna break down some more key points
Right,
in
I
this
got you. I got
trauma
you.
bonding,
Just a few more seconds.
no doubt. So we're gonna go ahead and get into, go a little bit further with it. We're gonna break down now. We on stage number 7. It's a resigning to control the abuser, right? It's a resigning to control abuser. Okay, so it transpires when resigning to control. Pardon me, resigning to control. It transpires when an open discussion does not work anymore. When you can't talk to the person no more, and only ends with the abuser creating a litany of complaints meant to shift blame for the victim. So let me say that one more time because I got to break that down real quick. It say resigning to control. It transpires when an open discussion does not work anymore and only ends with the abuser creating a litany of complaints meant to shift blame for the victim. So to me, that says that instead of them, oh, appreciate you, Melanated Jump, for the share. Appreciate you, Queen. That means that instead of them taking, accountability for their actions, hey man, my bad, family. I ain't like what you said that day. So, it pissed me off and it made me feel like you didn't give a fuck about my feelings. But when I seen that, you apologized and shit, I was thinking like, damn, thank you for apologizing, nigga, because you a wild motherfucker. You the one always tripping. You see how the blame always gets shifted on you instead of them fully taking accountability. It started off with a motherfucker sounding like they're taking accountability, but they're not really taking accountability for what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. Because whereas if you was genuine and you understand that you hurt the person feeling, then you would understand why it was offensive and it made that person feel that way. And you would meet him with sincerity. You would be genuine, as they say. You know what I'm saying? I'm a genuine person. So if I do something wrong to somebody and I know it's some bullshit and they calling me out on that shit, I'm gonna admit it to it. I'm gonna stand up and be a man and apologize about it. Whereas if you have in these relationships, and I don't mean no disrespect, ladies, but y'all not taking accountability for your actions as we see these days. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? This shit crazy. Yes, indeed. Salute, King Miller. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah. And smash that like up too while we at it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Let's get them likes up for sure, for sure. So if you're willing to take accountability for something that you know you did wrong, that helps heal the person who you abused. But ultimately, most times in these days, it's a narcissistic person who does not apologize and mean it and being sincere with it. They would keep treating you that way and make justifications for the way they treating you. And that shit ain't cool, family. Oh, salute to Queen Sam Blue in the building. Salute.
What's up,
You know what
everybody?
I'm
I
saying?
see everybody pulling up. The fam in the building. Let's go.
Man, that's love, family. That's love. Welcome to Come On, Brother, the 5th installment of that, Black Hatred called Trauma Bonding. And I was just breaking down basically like how when the person on stage 7 of trauma bonding, they resigning to control. And it transpired when the person don't really take accountability for their action. They try to make validation off the person who they abusing. You know what I'm saying? That's some crazy shit when a person take pride of pain off the next person. Anybody that you deal with, salute. Anybody
That
that you
shit
deal
sound
with,
like
he say,
a
I'm on well, bro. Oh, appreciate
villain.
it.
That
Yeah,
sound like
you get what
a
I'm saying?
superhero villain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's so much confrontation in that shit. Like everything is I'm after you. No me, no you, no me, no you. It's that shit teeter-tottering. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers fighting together. And that's where the problems come in a lot of that because it's like we on the same team. What the fuck we fighting back on each other like that for? You know what I'm saying? Our goal and objective is what? To love each other, to be here for each other. You know what I'm saying? To help you get the understanding where there is none. But ultimately, it becomes that I'm gonna strike you before you strike me. You know what I'm saying? Too many times you meet a lady or a lady may meet a man, and they on the defense off the rip. You know, it went from back in the day to where you could say, "Hey, how you doing, family? Peace and blessings" to a lady, or "How you doing, queen?" It's even a woman that went off on me one time when I called her a queen, and I said, "Hey, peace and blessings, queen." She went the fuck off on me. I ain't no queen. Damn, you not. Why wouldn't you want to be a queen, family? What would you want to be? You know what I'm saying? So them 7 stages, you know what I'm saying? That's the 7 stages of trauma bonding. 1 is gaslighting, 2 is love bombing, 3 is emotional addiction, 4 is criticism, 5 is the loss of self, 6 is the trust and dependency, and 7 is resigning to control. And on number 4, criticism, when you know going through all that, everything being blamed on you, everything got to have a rating. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers just be rating shit left and right. Oh, my boy Easy in the building. Salute my guy.
What's
Everything
going
got a
on,
little rating
Marcus?
to it. Man, what up, brother? Blessings on blessings.
What's going
Everything
on,
got to
Montoya?
have a damn comment behind it.
What's
Like you got
going
to say
on,
something
bro?
about everything. Whereas when you first met this person, you wasn't doing that. You see what I'm saying? Time went on, and now this person got to complain about everything because they ain't feeling the situation with the situation. Whereas it shouldn't even be that. It should be the whole point of the understanding. Whereas if you're gonna complain about it, then holler at me about it on a different, you know what I'm saying, different time. When we raging and you going through some shit, it seems like a person will make up complaints and then add them shits on when you already discussing something else. That becomes an issue too. And that's another thing that a lot of narcissistic people do too. They tend to pile up blame on you. You know what I'm saying? They keeping a hidden score on you. I remember that day, man. The other day, man, you said this. You was wrong. Then I remember the other day, man. I told you. I said, "Hey, man, go and put up. Go take us out. We're gonna step out. You know what I'm saying? Keep your money together." And you end up spending up all the money. They write the list and shit. Like whereas when they do something too, they want you to forget and forgive that shit immediately. But then when you do something, that motherfucker on the checklist. You see what I'm saying? And that's another form of judgment. That's another form of narcissistic behavior. Oh, family said, crazy topic, true story going in my life currently. Oh shit. Damn, sad and blue. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that, family. But don't worry though, it get better. You gonna get through it, family. You know what I'm saying? It won't last forever. So now that person did some shit, and then you trying to move on. You know what I'm saying? Because man, we logical when it comes to that sense. A man when he do something, he tend to want you to let it go. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't let it go, and then it no be an issue no more. And now we can move further because I know what I did was wrong. See, this the logic in the man mind. I know what I did was wrong. I'm trying not to do it no more. And I remember what you said. The three things a man always keep in mind when moving on. Now, for some reason, sometimes it become the opposite for a woman. It'd be like, I remember what you said. I forgive you, but nah, nigga, you know what I'm saying? It ain't all the way over yet. You get what I mean? Like, that don't even make sense because I forgave you. I'm over it and I'm moving on. But you saying it ain't over yet. Now
Right.
you making it feel like it's some competition shit. Now you also, I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna get my get back. Like, damn, now you plotting. You know what I
I
mean?
was just
It went
about to
from,
say that sound like she gonna try to tune herself up for some get back.
you see what I'm saying? She finna spin the
Facts.
band on the shit. You know what I'm
She
saying?
just it's just a
And
matter of
don't get me
time.
wrong, ladies. Don't get me wrong, ladies. Look, she
Trying
said
to
I forgive
justify
crazy. I
her
feel you on
wrong
that
shit.
word. Then my boy King Miller said, I feel you on that, for sure. And then the queen said, I'm gonna get my lip back. I forgive, but I don't forget. You know, and you're not
See,
supposed to
see,
forget. That's you get what I'm saying?
yeah.
You're not supposed to forget, but you is supposed to forgive for real. And where it don't come back and you striking a motherfucker down again with it. And you keep throwing it up in their face. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that too. I hate when a woman do that. You know what I'm saying? If you forgave me and I did some shit, don't keep trying to throw it up in my face, man. Because I'm not gonna throw that shit up in your face. You know what I'm saying? Unless you want me to. Unless we both just gotta have a checklist every time somebody do something wrong, we both checking it down. But that's stressful, see? And you don't need that. That shit toxic as hell. Exactly, my boy E. No doubt, it's toxic as a motherfucker. And that's how you oh, what Melanated Jim said, that forgiving be hard sometimes. Yeah, it do. But you gotta understand, if you want me to forgive you and move on, then I gotta let it go too. See, we both gotta do that. It ain't just me that gotta let it go. We both gotta let it go. When we both let it go, now we can move forward. Now all right, cool. I know I fucked up. You know I fucked up. I apologize to you. You forgave me. I ain't gonna fuck up like that no more. I learned from my mistakes because ultimately that's the key. That's the key to forgiveness. Learning from your mistakes, not doing it no more, so that way it don't become another problem. Oh, then he say you gotta forgive to begin the healing process mentally. Yes, facts. Oh, salute to my brother Trill Pill in the building. Welcome to Come On, Brother, the fifth installment of that Black Hatred, where we're breaking down trauma bonding, because that trauma bonding family has been destroying our people, destroying our community for a long time right now. You know, and sometimes when I think about this concept and this story and this topic, it made me it remind me of a lot of trials and tribulations that my family going on too. You know what I'm saying? As well as my family, you know what I'm saying, and the gang too, and my family, you know what I'm saying, on here. Because said Big E, I feel that. That's why I said it's hard. Yup, exactly. So you gotta you gotta think with mercy. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to them relationships and you trying to teach the other person, you know, that you was offended or that shit hurt. Oh, Sad and Blue finna go in. What she say? Forgiving and forgetting is two different things, King. That's why we experience duplicated problems by the same individuals. Yeah, but listen, when a man do something wrong, he sincerely apologize about it. He not gonna try to do it intently again. But if you have a person and they keep doing that shit again, even if it is a man, then yeah, they're obviously not ready to move forward with the problem or with the issue, because it take a strong person to admit when they wrong and move on. You know what I'm saying? That take a lot of strength and courage. And I know sometimes you don't be strong, you be trying to prove your point, but sometimes you got to reserve that energy, because if you're gonna keep trying to aim it out for you proving your point, now you're making it seem like you're domineering and you trying to control that other person. Now it then went from I forgive you and we cool and we gonna not do it no more to I forgive you, but now I'm over you now. Now I'm on you now. Now I control you now. Now I tell you what to do. See, that ain't a healthy relationship right there. That's not it's not healthy for you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta forgive and forget and move on. You know what I'm saying? And make sure y'all remember and understand what the problem was. Oh, Melody Jim say Sam. Oh, look at the women teaming up. Oh shit. And I ain't mad at y'all for that. I appreciate y'all for that. Y'all absolutely right to that degree, but at the same time, you gotta also exercise that forgiveness to your man. You know what I'm saying? Have a discussion. See, that's where the discussion of where we went wrong at come in at. You see what I'm saying? After y'all had y'all problem, y'all argued about it. The person said they forgive you, you forgive them. Now let's, review it. Let's review where we went wrong. So that way we don't have that issue no more. See, ain't nothing wrong with tapping back into the issue to get the understanding. But when you tap back into it and y'all arguing and y'all fighting, that's what make it a bigger problem. You know what I'm saying? Don't make it a bigger problem. Make the problem minute by letting it go and y'all moving forward. Oh, he said, yo, yep, this happened earlier. Woman empowerment. Oh, oh. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with them being empowered, but look, don't empower the wrong empowerment though, ladies. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to conquer niggas and shit. That shit ain't cool. You ain't supposed to be trying to conquer the man. You're supposed to help the man understand you better. Which one was more important? Ladies, which one is more important? A man understanding you better or you conquering his understanding? Now that way his understanding it's not leveled enough. You don't get you all the way like you're supposed to. You know what I'm saying? It hit different when you don't force it on the nigga, you know what I'm saying? Uh-oh, Sad and Blue say Big E. I'm not on the panel. You know we roll in the chat. Oh, Big E. Big E, man, what you doing, bro? You getting them mad, bro. Hey, see, look, Big E is gaslighting y'all. Y'all gotta pay attention. See, this is another form of trauma bonding. No, I'm fucking with you, Big E. You my dude. I'll fuck with you, bro. No, but real talk though. You have to let it go. You have to move forward and try to exercise room for the person to grow and not keep, having it to be a revolving door. Now, how to break trauma bonding? The way to break trauma bonding, you know what I'm saying, is basically to start by acknowledging the bond that it exists in reality and then making a firm decision to leave. You know what I'm saying? Just leaving like substance abuse too. It's just kind of like substance abuse. Like when people be doing like, heroin and all that shit, which is real hard because you got to go through therapy and other shit to get your strength up so you can quit. But at the same time, you got to look at it like that. You can look at it as a form of that. You know what I'm saying? It's not good for you. So you just do what? Leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to, air fight, ain't meant to be won with fighting and arguing and getting ignorant and doing stupid shit all the time. Sometimes you got to, basically bow out, regroup. You know what I'm saying? Like your boy High David say, let's regroup. But you got to definitely, end it on calm water so you can learn. So acknowledge it, accept it, let it go. 3 things: acknowledge, accept, let it go. Sad and Blue say, Biggie says, Sad and Blue, trust me. I know y'all bullies in the chat. Oh shit. So trauma bonding relief, you know what I'm saying? It takes time to break, depending on the person. Trauma bonding take a long time to get healing from after you done been going through it with somebody for so long. You know what I'm saying? And it varies with different people. I ain't never seen a person really get relief off trauma bond like within a week or something, or within, a matter of, what I'm saying, months. No, that shit sometimes take years. You know what I'm saying? It take for you to do the shadow work on yourself and go fall back and gather your understanding and reconnect with who you are. And sometimes that shit take years, family. You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh. He said, what's love got to do it? Got to do it. He done hit the teen on the nigga. Look, y'all see y'all done summoned her up. Y'all done summoned her up, E. E. Look, he don't want to talk no more, man. He in the chat, D. E, man, where you at, bro? It's all good. It's all good.
I'm right here, man. I'm just tripping. They got me over here rolling. I had to be on mute. They got me rolling, man.
Yeah, for real, man.
I forgot
They appreciate
I forgot I was up here, shit.
Right, man. I'm like, damn. Because, I'm trying to see where your head at with it, my brother, where your understanding that. Because ultimately, that's the reason why I chose this topic, y'all. Because I want to help gather understanding and hear y'all minds on it. So, ladies, y'all more than welcome to hit the link. You know what I'm
saying? Keep them down there.
Yes, it's open panel. No, they can pull up. Hey, E, don't be scared now, fam. Don't be scared.
They trouble.
That's okay, brother, because that's what this show is about. It's called Come On, Brother, where we trying to ease the troubles. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ease the misunderstandings. I know some of us, I know some of us in relationships, you know what I'm saying? And we may be going through trauma bonding in these relationships. Hey, no disrespect. I ain't hating on nobody's relationship. Keep in mind, fam, I'm not trying to tell nobody how to run their relationship. So understand that this is a grown-ups conversation. We ain't on none of no silly shit. So if you come in and you're going to come up, please have your mind open, you know what I'm saying? Gather understanding. We definitely going to let you speak your shit, pop your shit all day. We ain't even tripping on that, family. That's what it's for. The link definitely in the chat. Yes, ma'am, Sad and Blue. It's an open panel, family. Go ahead, you know what I'm saying? Do your thug thizzle. We ain't tripping. He gonna have to listen to hear y'all out. You know what I'm saying? He said he gonna apply his he said he gonna apply his, his grown man draws to listen to y'all real quick. What'd you say? E, my bad.
When they hit the link, I'm going on mute. But anyway.
He said he gonna go on mute, ladies. He gonna y'all. Hey, that's what's up. Fuck it. I guess that's what he gotta do then.
I'm gonna get him on the stage.
Nah, you ain't gotta do that, man.
But that's a dangerous.
Yeah, y'all definitely link in the chat.
That's a dangerous situation, man, to deal with somebody like that. That mindset, because they're very I can't even say the word, but manipulate, whatever the fuck that word is. They're very like that.
Manipulating. Yeah, you said it right.
Very, very. I'm talking about that's how they come off. They like they try to bait you in first. So once they bait you in, then they go in.
Gaslighting. Yeah, they gaslighting, fam.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
They got a motherfucking remote control on that gaslight. Nigga, they say, yeah, you ready? They press them up. You're like, shit. Yeah. And then like you be trying not to just go off, but some niggas had that problem where that's how they used to react and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I've seen it, bro. Like my boys come from the struggle. Them niggas be triggered immediately, fam. You know what I'm saying? And that's their way of communicating. It ain't that they want to fight and argue all the time. Sometimes a nigga come out, you know what I'm saying? Oh, she said, don't be scared, Cletus.
Exactly.
Seem like y'all scared to come up now. He got y'all scared. Oh, look at Big E. Oh, Big E. But yeah, it seemed like that's the immediate response to a problem when y'all have a situation. Trigger the person. No, don't gaslight the man. Last episode, or maybe even not necessarily last episode, but the episode prior to this one, I had the lady come up here and she was like, you're supposed to, give them understanding, give them room for forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? Give them that room to keep shit calm. You know what I'm saying? Be the peace. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. That don't mean you always got to over domineer and dominate the man. Fall back, hear him out a little bit, and help his understanding. You get a better understanding when y'all talk about the issue and y'all break it down together on a calm mindset. Because when you're too busy playing pointing blame, that's more trauma bonding. You continue the trauma bonding to go. Yeah, nigga,
Exactly.
nigga, nigga. Just like them songs. Niggas ain't shit. Niggas ain't shit. Damn, that's all you hear, fam. Is a nigga ain't shit. Oh, look at that.
That's their favorite
Oh,
word,
she
man.
said, beat it with my piece. Okay. Rose, that's crazy. But yeah, no, you got a point though, Rose. Yeah, beat her with your piece. Exactly. Beat that thing down with the piece, bro. You feel me? Facts.
I think that's all they be wanting anyway, man. When they react like that.
Yeah, exactly. And in some cases they do, because when you have them heated discussions, some other things tend to get heated up too now. You know what I'm saying? But
Exactly.
just mean that's opportunity for y'all to have understanding. See, that's your way of looking at arguments. When you look at an argument as it's always a fight, no. Sometimes you got to look at an argument as a way to clear the hair. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's needed. That sometimes that pressure is needed. Sometimes a woman want to test you out and see if you really the man that you claim you are. You know what I'm saying? Is you gonna bitch up and run, or you gonna do your thing and stand firm like a man? You know what I'm saying? A lot of
Exactly.
niggas be bitching up, bro. On the real. That shit crazy,
Yep.
dog. So, like I was saying before, trauma bonding is different. It takes different lengths of time for other people. You know what I'm saying? A trauma bonding relationship can never be healthy, y'all. Okay. If you're in a trauma bonding relationship, or you have experienced it, or you've seen somebody that's in it, it's never going to get better, fam. Never. Okay.
So
So
let me ask you a
don't keep talking about, oh, it's gonna be all right. Dude, keep whooping your ass. No, it's not gonna be all right, family. I understand it's hard. You need to find love. A lot of that trauma bonding come from a lot of ladies who didn't have their dads there for them to give them that love, to be that example, ideal man, or even some of their uncles and shit. But that don't mean love is lost, my nigga. Don't mean give up on all love, family. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask a question right quick to kind of throw a
Right here.
curveball.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Go right here.
In a relationship like that, okay, 9 times out of 10, you gonna have a homeboy. Well, I ain't gonna say a homeboy, but mostly a home girl. They give that girl advice to walk away, but she don't take the advice. She stay in it and said, "This is way of loving me. This, we've been doing this, like we've been into it all this time,
Right.
you know." And a home girl, she try to like tell her to leave, but they don't listen. Then it kind of winds up her and the homegirl get into it because she think her homegirl being messy and being her business, but her homegirl actually looking out for her. So will she become like from being around him so long, will his behavior adapt on her from being around him so long? So like, for being like this to her homegirl for trying to get her good advice. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I see exactly what you're saying. Yeah, I see exactly what you're
Is
saying.
his energy
So in some cases, and go ahead, my fault.
No, I'm just saying, like his energy toward his significant other beating on her because he's that way. With his energy, like from them being together for so long, was his with his energy and vibration. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of be like, how you be around a person so long that you become just like them. So, but his energy
Yeah,
transferred to
you
his
inhabit their
significant
energy.
other.
Yep.
Yeah. So when somebody try to give you advice to leave, when you snap out on them, how you been getting snapped out of through the years.
Right.
If that makes sense.
That make a lot of sense, because that's what happens, man. When you with somebody for so long and you taking that abuse, and it become painful in the beginning, but then you become used to it.
Yeah.
Oh, my boy Trail Pill in the building. Salute, my guy. Welcome. You become so used
Salute,
to it,
salute,
and
salute.
then like you become a reflection. Salute, my guy.
Yeah.
Welcome to Come On, Brother. We'll be having the 5th installment of Black Hatred. You know what I'm saying? Part 5, called Trauma Bonding. Yes, my brother. That always happen, and that's the plague that's fucking our community up right now. Every time a person get into a trauma bonded relationship, whether it's a male or female, they inhabit every energy that the other person had.
Yes, sir.
Because they think it's a way of them connecting to the next person. They love them so much. You know what I'm saying? No doubt.
Exactly.
Shit alive. I appreciate that, Money Time Queen. They become so attached to that person that they start doing those same mannerisms as the next person. In all trials of life, whether it's work, whether it's friends, all type of shit. That person take complete control over them, and it cause them to become the very thing that they disapproved of. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Salute Queen Satin Blue in the building.
Oh
She said
shit.
she coming with peace. But don't
I'm
make her
going
act a
on
fool
mute.
in this thing.
I'm going on mute. It's safe on mute.
Oh shit.
Well,
But
hello, Kings.
in a
How are you all
nutshell,
doing?
salute Queen. How you
Hey,
doing? We
Sad and
blessed.
Blue.
We doing all right. How you
Salute
doing?
Queen.
Hi, Big E. Hi, Mr.
I'm,
Trippill.
Hi. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys
Blessed.
doing?
Doing
We
great.
blessed over
Blessed.
here. You
instant
already know,
highly
Queen.
favorite.
Happy Saturday. You know what I'm talking about?
I'll let you keep. I'll let
Yeah.
you continue your point, and then I'll
Okay,
chime in
appreciate it.
afterward. Hmm.
Okay, appreciate it. So yes, that is a form of trauma bonding too, and it's also a plague that's destroying our community too as well, because you become your abuser. You know what I'm saying? In that light, because you feel like it's the norm, and then us all being black folks, we growing up in the community, we seen it too common amongst our people. You know what I'm saying? Whereas it be okay at first because you be thinking like, no, they don't mean it in that, because it's play fighting shit that you see the levels of it. But then when it become the norm, when they do it everywhere they go, you can't even go to the mall without having an argument. You can't even go to the corner store without having an argument. And they keep becoming a fight, and then the person steady doing the same shit. So you don't want to be giving that person all of that type of energy, as well as you absorbing all that energy from that person when you know it's nothing but low frequencies. See, you got to stay on a higher elevated level, whereas you picking your person up to be better. You get what I mean? Forgiveness and being understanding of a person, it resonates on a higher end of your energy. Whereas when you keeping that shit down and you steady being spiteful, that's the lower vibration. See, that get back. You know what I'm saying? It's a get back mentality that we inhabited from somewhere where it's never going to be peace. It's always going to be conflict. We're going to keep having conflict because you want to strike me down and I want to strike you down to prove that I'm the superior when we both superior in our own right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, that energy can take over when you with somebody. It will definitely take over on you when you absorbing that type of energy, because you don't want to be with somebody and having all of their bad energy. You want to have good energy. That's why you putting good energy into that person. But some people, they revel on that. So you got to watch for that too when it comes to relationships, and not only that in relationships, but just period. Because if you able to take all my positive energy and you transform it into something negative, and every time I see you, you got to be pinpointing negative shit out, then that person that's doing that, the abuser, they have to do shadow work on themselves and relieve their body of all that negative shit. You know what I'm saying? Learn what's triggering them. Learn why they causing so much calamity and going toward people and putting their energy off on other motherfuckers. And then in most cases, that's a lot of situations that occur with men. A lot of emotionally unstable men project their anger on women because they weaker. But in actuality, that person is actually weak because he chooses to be beat on the weaker vessel, or he chooses to get that energy to somebody that's not as his equal. You get what I'm saying? That's why men, we like to do productive shit with our energy, ladies. We like to go play basketball, go run, go do something to get that energy up out of us. So that way the testosterone and the negative energy is being shifted into something positive. That's why we engage in sports and doing other shit. And nowadays you got a lot of women that's engaging in sports too, which is good because it's helping you transform that energy into something else.
Yeah. Yeah, that's facts right there,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Um, I also, I kind of have to look at it like this too. Um, a lot of this shit be generational, bro. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
I noticed that in the last relationship I was in, like once you kind of get out of a relationship, you tend to look back and put pieces together, and you try to track down the source of, you know what I'm saying, the problem. And then you think about it like,
Mm-hmm.
man, you kind of realize like this is how her family side they operate. Then you start to look at they
Mm-hmm.
like, man, don't know woman in her family really even got a man, and they do got a man. He ain't no real man. He
Yep.
just the type of nigga who just
Yep. Pig.
don't sit
Yeah.
there and shut up and
Yep.
don't put, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I
Yep.
didn't grow up like that. Like, my mother
Mm-hmm.
was a very strong woman, very opinionated, all that. My pops
Right.
was a man's man. You know what I'm saying? and
Okay.
and she took care of him and vice versa. But whenever it was any problems or any issues, they solved them. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's right.
problem
Together.
solving is but
Yeah.
together. Like he wasn't
Yeah.
like dominant. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't just saying like you know what I'm saying. Like he wasn't
Yeah.
to the point where he just was like
Yeah. The caveman
controlling.
mentality. Oh, man, always right. Every time I say something, man, right.
Yeah,
Man,
like he ain't
we
like
run the house. I'm the
like he
king.
wasn't never
It wasn't no
controlling.
domineering shit. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Right.
like she had her voice as well, and when he was wrong, like you said, he admitted when he was wrong, and then when she was wrong,
Salute Lawrence Green in the
they
building.
did
Salute,
that
bro.
too. But they
Yep.
fix problems. You know what I'm saying? I think that's something that's very simple, but it's missed today is the ability to solve problems. Like the whole notion of a relationship being easy has kind of messed us up in the long run. To where
Oh, yeah.
right now,
Hell yeah.
if it ain't perfect, we quote unquote don't want to. You know what I'm saying? We don't want it because it ain't perfect. But like we kind of like too worried about what's going on in
Mhm.
society rather than what's going on with our partner. Like even with the trauma bonding, it's just nobody wants to go and take care of themselves no more. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
if you're
Oh, salute
wrong,
Aaron
then you,
Spews in the building. Salute, Queen. Welcome to Come On, brother. Go ahead,
you
my
know what I'm
brother.
saying? Like
Trill
you,
Pill. Proceed, my bro.
mhm. If you're wrong, it's kind of like it's a problem of accountability. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's like everybody kind of
Yes.
resorting back to being childish. You know what I'm saying? Those are things that we can do when we were kids. You know what I'm saying? Not wanting to be wrong, not wanting to admit that we done did something wrong, or you know what I'm saying? And it's weird. It's
Exactly.
weird.
Exactly.
It's really weird.
Yeah. And
So,
that yeah, that level of
mhm,
trauma bonding from when a person don't want to admit when they wrong, that's emotional. That's like emotional immaturity, low key, if you think about it, because it do relate to kids. Because you ever have, and all my people that got kids, y'all know what I'm talking about too. You ever caught your kid doing something and they be like, "No, I didn't," and they'll never want to admit when they did it. That's how y'all be looking, family, low key. When a woman or a man do
mhm,
that, they don't want to admit when they wrong. You look childish as hell. See, relationships are for mature, thinking people. So sometimes you gotta accept that, family, and build with that instead of being in denial. So I definitely feel where Trill Pill coming from on that part. That emotional, emotional, immaturity. Admit when you're wrong. Owning up to your faults, as we say, that's another word for it too. Owning up to your fault. You know what I'm saying? When it's your fault, own up to it. You know what I'm saying? That's what a man do. Because that's the thing. When you a man and you in a relationship, man, it's better that you always own up to your faults up front. Don't sit back and say, well, yeah, all right, I know I was wrong, but damn. No, ain't no I know I was wrong, but damn. You wrong.
yeah,
You're right. You know, because niggas will
mhm.
try to provide that excuse, man. I'm just being me, man. No, you're not. You're not
No,
being you.
man.
Because if you was
Yeah,
being
but
you
yeah,
and you wanted me to be the same way, you would say I wasn't being me. See? So you got to think
mhm,
about that, family. It's always a reflective aspect to it. It's an unknown reflective aspect to it that you got to accept because you don't want that person treating you the same way when it comes to that. Definitely
that's
accountability,
a
my guy.
fact. That's a fact, man. And
Real.
I don't know, man. It's weird, man. You try to go out here and get into a relationship. Now you don't really know what like. You don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like you be really wondering,
Right.
like, man, what's going on in their head? Like, what what's
Yeah.
their story? You know what I'm saying? Like you kind of get to thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't really know what you're stepping into. You know, so you try so hard to avoid
Yes.
what happened in the past, and it's 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 weird, man. This shit is weird because nobody want to fix themselves
Real.
because everybody perfect. Ain't nobody ever wrong. You know what I'm saying? You like it's alright to be wrong, just keep it 100. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Just be real with it. But
Exactly.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's odd, bro. Odd.
Yeah. Come clean. Just come clean and be 100. Because you can't claim you keeping it 100 and you're not being 100 and owning up to what you did wrong, that's not keeping it 100, family. That's really fake. You know what I'm saying? You think about it, because when I do something wrong, you know, or ladies, let's go to the man and lady situation. When a man do something wrong, he got to own up to it. You feel me? Right. Own your shit. Yeah, own that shit. Because the more you own it, now we understand what the problem is all about. You know what I'm saying? No, that don't mean you the problem. No, it does not. It means what you did was a problem. See? Not the person, the action. You know, don't isolate the man, or, you know, be contentious of the guy and be making him feel like he the problem. Let him know, yeah, bro, what you did was a problem for me, and I don't appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Own your shit. Women, y'all gotta own y'all shit too now. Don't get it twisted. Let's hear it from a lady. Why don't we, while we're on this subject right now? We got a lovely lady, Static Blue, up on the panel. How do you feel about that, man?
Microphone check. Microphone check. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you very well.
Okay. Well, let's see. Where shall I start? It's just crazy that you're making this as a topic, because actively as we speak, you know, that's what I'm going through. Just left court yesterday for a protective order against my significant other of 20 years. Child's raised. The boy's 18. We no longer have business. I kind of put myself to the back burner just to ensure that the boy had a male role model in his life, which is his father. I knew
that's right.
many moons ago that this isn't going to work. But again, I put myself to the back burner to ensure that my son had the experience I had, which I had a mom and a father in the household. Even though they divorced after 15 years, you know, you always strive to give your children what you had, at least, you know, more, but at least, you know, the minimum, you know what I'm saying? So, but did not realize that I was creating a monster, you know, and in doing so, when I moved down here to the South, because remember, I'm by way of Atlanta. In Atlanta, there's so many distractions, so many bars on the way home.
ATL.
And I would literally have to stop by the bar every night before I come home just to deal with dudes, you know, and everything about that picture's wrong. And so it was 5 minutes away from the house, you know what I'm saying? The likelihood of me DUI, slim to none. But then when I got down here to the South, everything is a far stretch. So like 20, 30 miles to get to the population, and the probability of me getting pulled over, a bigger risk. So spending time down here in my elements, you know, in the country, no, the population is slim to none. You get a chance to start reflecting. You start paying attention to people's behaviors. You start getting clarity, you know what I'm saying, about your situation. And that's what this time has allowed me to do. And like I said, many moons ago, I knew that this wasn't the move. But throughout the whole process, I was always forgiving, never forgetting, but forgiving. Because there's a pattern here that I need to establish, you know what I'm saying? And not necessarily I'm perfect, but you know, it's just like the things, you know, simple stuff, keep a job, you know what I'm saying? Get benefits, you know what I'm saying? You know, just simple stuff that you ask of an adult, they couldn't maintain, you know? And it got to the point where I guess some people, depending on who I'm having dialogue with, I spoiled him. I wouldn't say that, because the whole time I kept, you know, stating, yo, I'm talking about down to the minute that boy turned 18. Look, man, we working with 3 months, 4 days, 5 hours and 33 seconds, and then it's best we see others. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to give you an opportunity, because see, after the kid, then what? I mean, what we got going on? Nothing. So, you know, of course, his drug of choice was alcohol. When I would sit back and just reflecting, I did try to approach him about the matter. I tried to help. I even, man, go get help. I'll keep the household afloat. I mean, I'm taking care of the household anyway, but go get help, man. You know what I'm saying? My mom died, my baby sister died. People were dropping. Let's take better care of ourselves.
Right. Sure.
But it was the alcohol was a numbing agent for him. He was running from his reality. Till date, I still don't know, but it's not my problem. And so it just got bad to the point where, we doing all this lip wrestling and shit. I'm already on all different type of medication because of antidepressant, being, depressed, being, having panic attacks, all this different stuff. No, it's life. It's life. Hey, I ain't got help. See, I understood the problem with me.
You sound like you on your way to healing too in the process too. I don't get too much of a sad vibe from you, but I definitely understand your story on that part. Proceed, Queen. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I mean, I understood, what the deal was with me, and I know that I was numbing my hurt with alcohol. I don't smoke and all that other good fun stuff. So when I just knew the alcohol wasn't for me because I would always have hangovers. You know what I'm saying? I even had to shit down to a pack. Like, okay, don't mix dark with white. You know what I'm saying? It was down to a science. Just so I can get up and go to work the next day. But then no, man, I can't keep drinking because my body is just not agreeing with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I decided. I was like, yeah, I got insurance. Let me go see a professional. And see, that's the problem with the Black community. We never want to take that time to get mental health. It's white people thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not facts. So, but So anyway, fast forward, 2 weeks ago, man, last morning. I mean, life has gotten so real for me with my son. Things I kept trying to warn him about as he became an adult. Mommy's not going to be able to help you out of. And so, my son, he done got into a little situation where, he had to be apprehended and, a crime that was pinned against him and he wasn't guilty. It was a setup and all this other type stuff. So, and he realized, that mommy couldn't help him. And so, with that, I was feeling the type of way because, damn, the dad had been there, how he didn't, talk this boy off the ledge or why did, it's just, so many things that he could have done to steer that boy right. I'm not saying that the boy is wrong. It's just that he's misguided and misunderstood, and I'm gonna still have my child back, but, I feel betrayed. You know what I'm saying? I hold a lot of that in his father's lap. But with that all said and done, the father decided that he wanted to chastise my son and just point out all his flaws and how quickly we forget the shit you do. So, that all said and done, I was like, man, I think it's best we just, for real. It's already to the point where he was already put out the house and he was living in the backyard in his truck. And he already said he was one of them cat that lives off the fucking land.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's a cat that lives off the land.
I feel exactly what you're saying too. Real quick, I wanted to tell you that too. That's one thing when it comes to disciplining kids. You cannot really discipline your kids, family, if you're not disciplining yourself. See, that's where divine discipline comes from. It's a root. It comes from the Most High. And then it go down to you. Then it go down to your wife. Then it go down to your kids. See, it go down like that. You're not supposed to be beating this boy, and you ain't explaining to the kid why you whooping his butt. See, when I used to whoop my kids, I used to tell them what I'm whooping their butt for first. You get what I'm saying? So that way it don't be no misguided anger, and they think, "Oh, Dad always tripping. He mad. He want to give me somebody." No, you showed them the right way. You let them know, look, man, I done told you about 3-4 times now. You know what I'm saying? It's the last time I done told you already. So with this time right here, you have to learn a lesson. Take this whoop. Right. You know what I'm saying? Take this chassis. You get it? You know what I mean? And that's messed up. I'm so sorry to hear that. This brother didn't want to take no accountability, man. That shit ain't cool. See, that's narcissistic behavior right there. See, no disrespect to your marriage, Queen. Just calling it how we heard.
Oh, no. Let's pump brakes. No, ain't nobody say shit about marriage.
I just want to put that out there too, because I understand sometimes people be saying crazy shit and they don't have no acknowledgement. So I just wanted to let you know that I acknowledge the acknowledgement.
I appreciate that, but nah. Yeah, nobody married though. State of Georgia, we got rid of that common law marriage a long time ago.
I'm trying to tell you, God bless you for that. Thank God you made it through, Queen. Hey, Another reason for you to
Yeah.
smile. Oh God. Oh God.
Yeah, but it's scary because, once you introduce restraining orders, that piece of paper don't stop a person from doing what they want to do, especially if they can't deal with the fact that they can't have you no more. You know what I'm saying?
Hell
And
yeah.
it's just it's a road that I've traveled with the person I was married to. I have another child. She's 25, and I was married to him, and he was the same way. But uh, it was. I mean, it just seems like when women decide that they're tired of of accepting bad behaviors and excuses, and one thing he would always tell me was, "Shit don't happen overnight. Shit don't happen overnight." And I'm like, damn. I'm looking out, and I'm like, 20
Some
years
shit do
later.
happen overnight though, nigga. What the hell? Yeah, see?
It's been
I
20
was just
damn
saying that
years. I'm
earlier.
on my 20s.
That's funny. I was just saying that earlier. They always provide uh um a safety net as catchphrase. So that way you
Mm-hmm.
can't, yeah, you gotta halt your teaching or your understanding with them on that. Oh,
Yeah.
salute. Salute Vino Entertainment in the building. Salute Queen Miss Sunkiss in the building. Salute Queen. You can't halt the understanding and the lesson of you learning on how to treat that person with you saying your safety net word and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Watch out for them safety net words too, y'all, because people always try to provide an excuse that they can do
Mm-hmm.
somebody any type of way and it's okay. No, it's not okay, family. You know what I mean? That shit is wrong. You shouldn't even be trying to comfort yourself that you're treating somebody in some type of way that you don't want to be treated. You know what I'm saying?
That you allegedly love and care for.
Yeah, that you love and care for, and especially if you love and care for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's not love right there. When it comes to being a master, that's manipulating feelings too. You manipulating the
Right.
person's feeling. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Another form of trauma bonding, y'all. Watch out for it, y'all. Man, salute to Queen Sad and Blue for that, for real, for getting through that thing because it's not easy. People get caught in that net and they stay there. You know what I'm saying? Another word for that, they call that the abyss. You know what I'm saying? Y'all familiar with the word the abyss? The abyss is when a person land in the dark hole and they can't get out. And the only form of trying to get out is saying that it's a reason for them being in it that's outside of them. Man, everybody keep treating me, they quick to blame everybody, but they never do self-reflection. So watch out for that too, y'all. If a man can admit he wrong and move forward without blaming everybody else, then yeah, he learning a lesson. That's good. You know what I'm saying? Pat that brother on the back, give him a kiss or give him a hug. But if that dude steady constantly blaming everybody else, it's always somebody else's fault. It's never their own fault. Then you got to watch out for that. That's trauma bonding, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You got to tell them straight in the raw. Hey, bro, you trauma bonding, family. You triggering, you gaslighting. Every time I look up, you throwing blame everywhere else, but where you need to go to. And who the common denominator in all the problems? You got to go to the math lingo on the nigga. Who the common denominator in all the problems, man? Look up.
Us every time. Every
Yep.
time. Every time we say the same thing, man. It's crazy you said it because I don't like just over time, just learning that, you know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna have your moments where you feel like I call it oh, why is me? Why me? You know what I'm saying? Why is it me on that? You know what I'm saying?
Woe is me.
Woe is me. Why is me? Yeah, I was gonna say that. Woe is me, y'all.
God damn. You know what I'm saying? Wow. It's
woe is me.
Woe is me. Yeah. You gotta get on up out of that.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be stuck
that
there.
victim mentality, family. You always the victim. How are you always the victim, but you also always the aggressor? Like, what the hell is that about? You know what I mean?
Pick a side and stick
being
to
the
it.
aggressor, but you're a victim too. Like, yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, a lot of people. And the answer to your question, Biggie, yeah, I do. I have a lot of anxiety issues. Yeah. It comes with life. It comes with situations and circumstances, and you just try to deal with it the best way you can. But a lot of times, I think the problem is like right back where you went to as far as the adolescence of the mind. A lot of people, if they have things that happen to them when they were a child or a minor, most times, whatever age they were at the time of the trauma is kind of like where they stay stuck in life. So even though they have a grown person age, 32, 35, 40, they still have the mind of a 16 or 15-year-old, which was at the time their age when they experienced the trauma. And they kind of stay stuck there And then a lot of times that's why they end up blaming everybody for everything, or they feel like everybody owes them something because for whatever reason life failed them as a child, and they feel like the world owed them something. And instead of applying that pressure to who did it to you, your mom, your dad, whomever, was, over you when it was time for you to, address the smoke with them. Don't continue to victimize people, especially if a person is showing you love, care, and sincerity, and all of that. Like I didn't understand anything about his world because of my upbringing, but I didn't, I didn't frown upon him. Like I didn't judge him. I understood that,
you did the right thing.
make mistakes.
You took the time to get to know the man and get to understand why the man feel the way he feel, whether it's wrong or right. You took that time to get understanding better. So, because you said, you know what, I'm not gonna hold that against him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up. That's real shit, Sam Blue. You a real woman for that, because not many women can do that. You know what I mean? That's how you grow with somebody, because you're trying to teach him a better life, a better way in that life to let go of the negativity. Because men, not too many women too, we got a lot of negative attributes from our family attached onto us. You see what I'm saying? They were saying that it was cool. That's why we became in the regulation of it. We thought it was regular. We thought it was okay. So all of that shit got stuck on us in time. And in time, it took us a minute to get it off.
They try to normalize it, and it's not.
Salute to Queen April Showers in the building. Welcome. Right.
And I did my part by addressing it every time an occurrence, and that's the thing that he couldn't stand about me, is because I sleep on an opportunity to speak on it. I mean, he wanted everything to kind of fall to deaf ears and blind eyes, but I wouldn't be,
ain't no deaf ears.
I'm not going to look over. I'm co-signing.
If you over there dying and you got a problem going on, and then you like, no, don't worry about it, I'm all right. What, nigga? That shit gonna kill me too. What do you mean? I don't want to see you dying, nigga. So why would you not tell me? See what I'm saying? That's just like a problem with the situation. That shit ain't cool. Fuck them deaf ears. You gotta listen. That's why God gave you 2 ears and 2 eyes. You to listen and watch. And exactly. No
but it's it is, and so just depending on people and how quickly, because a lot of times people jump into a relationship to get over the last relationship. I don't too much agree. Well, I mean, I guess I could see it, but then
I don't agree with that either, because you know what I call that? I don't agree with that either, because you know what I call that? That's called rebound trauma bonding. and you get what I'm saying? Now you didn't threw that shit out there, and you didn't end up catching another trauma bond from another person who got bad
trying to break away from,
not fully healed in themselves. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? That's the problem too. We got to acknowledge that too, black people. Being with somebody else is not always the answer to the problem, fam. You know what I'm saying? Which, don't get me wrong, I understand you got that little feeling and that little thing going on, and you want to get that thing off. And I get it. But that don't mean now you got to carry on that same problem with the last nigga to the next nigga. Every nigga is the same. I hate for somebody to be feeling like all people are the same. That's one thing we have a problem with too in our community. We single out the whole race, the whole gender, just because one dude did something wrong or one woman did something wrong. Everybody not like that, y'all. You know what I mean? Oh, salute to Queen Not on my watch in the building. You know what I mean?
But another thing, it could be your energy. If you notice, a lot of times, it could be a person's energy, and they seem to attract the same type of person over and over and over and over again. Different name, same people, same type of traits, same characteristics for whatever reason. So that may be a reason why a person would say, all men are the same. It's not necessarily all men are the same. It's just that, it's just all the people, you'd be attracting the same type of man for whatever, or woman, whatever the case may be. So that can be confusing, but I do agree with you in regards to getting to know thyself, becoming your best company. Because if you have to depend on other people's presence and and energy to validate yourself.
Back at it again. What's good, y'all?
Man,
hello.
back up, bro. Man, we didn't got thick, man. Queen Sad and Blue got us up in here crying, man. You know, pulling out
I
tissues
know
and
I've
shit,
been
man.
hearing
You
the
know, came over here.
stories.
I had to put my camera back up, man, now because I'm a nigga. Little tear came out a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Yeah, I've been.
But I feel, hey,
Nah,
but it's real shit though. But it's real shit
it's
though.
real talk, man. It's real talk. Real
It's
talk.
deep, fam.
it's every
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's every, I mean, everybody, you know, if people be surprised, you know, the company that you're in, because, you know, a lot of times people, you know, kind of just keep to themselves, keep their business to themselves, but a lot of people be surprised who's going through the same thing that you're going through. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And, you know,
That's right,
and through conversation, you know, you can, you know, empower each other, you know, validate each other, you know, empower
fam.
each other,
Man,
you know.
Yeah.
You know I didn't do anything wrong, and I moved in light and love. I truly tried my best, you know, but it's only so much I can do, you know. It's just one person, little old
Right.
me. So
Well,
yeah.
that's my testimony.
It takes a strong person to recognize it. Like I was saying earlier on the show when I was reading down the helpful ways to avoid it. That
Mhm.
within itself take a lot of strength for you to acknowledge it, Queen. So we definitely want to thank you for coming up and sharing your story for real, for real. Melanated Jim say appreciate you for sharing your story, Sad and Blue. I as well appreciate you, Queen,
Yeah.
Mhm.
because that take a lot of courage and a lot of, you know, saying strength to do, especially after dealing with, you know, the opposite sex and that like too. You know what I'm saying? So ladies, I definitely want to extend my apologies out too for the brothers who be out here, you know what I'm saying? You know, because I ain't gonna lie, I ain't perfect neither, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I had my faults too when I went through my little situations, but I learned from them. See, you know what I'm saying? That's the key. The key of that all that is learning from them. You can't learn and don't earn a better perspective of what you learn. If you ain't learn your perspective of what you earn, then you're not elevating. You steady revolving in that cycle.
Fact.
Like the Queen said, most women, they do what? They attract them same men. See what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Whereas you gotta unattract them same men. Some of that also have the residue too from that bad person, from that
Yeah,
trauma bond. You have trauma
yeah,
bonding
roll over
residue that be
minutes.
on you, and you carry it on to the
Hmm.
next person. Yeah, you see what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Well,
yeah.
you gotta let all
Hmm.
that shit wear out. Go somewhere and start doing self healing practices. Go to the lake. You know, go somewhere where you feel your happiest at on your own. You know what I'm saying? If you drink a little bit, have you a little drink, but don't drink out of spite and mad and anger. Drink out of perspective to whether as you trying to shed some light and shed the old things off of you. You know what I mean? A lot of people can go to somebody and talk to them and they let it go, but most people tend to like to be by themselves when it comes to that. I myself, I had to do that too. Go to the crib, go somewhere alone, hit that gas, reflect, you know, realize where I went wrong at. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention to that and then
Yeah.
move on. Let it go. All right, man, I fucked up. But I ain't gonna die though. You know what I'm saying? And move forward.
Yeah, it's a reset. Yeah, it's a reset.
Fact.
Oh, salute to Queen Hill
That's
Therapy in the
how.
building.
What's up,
Yeah, that's
Hood
how.
Therapy?
That's how I look at it. Like I kind of look at it like when you play sports or you play ball and you took a tough loss, you go watch film. You know what I'm saying? You go take your notes. Like, okay, I did that wrong. I did this wrong.
Facts.
Right.
And you just kind of go work on it.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Like that's how I have to. That's how I kind of made it easy for myself instead of like being so hard on myself. Like, look, bro, we took a bad loss. You know what I'm saying? We're out there, did our best, but let's learn from
Yep.
what we
Yep.
did to make sure that we get better. So so you kind of have you have to take time to recharge, and reset, and do all that because I really think some people
Right.
are afraid to be by themselves. Like I had just did an episode on embracing isolation because I had to learn how to be by myself. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn that. Like that's if you kind
Oh
of
yeah.
been around,
Yeah.
like if you kind of been around like
That's big
people your
facts,
whole life,
bro.
you know what I'm saying? You gotta how to learn how to be by yourself. And so my
You definitely
brother
gotta relearn it. Yep.
is a lone wolf, and now as a kid watching him, I used to always wonder like, why is he always by himself? Why is he? But as I got older and I started to get the context, I understand it now. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
It's
Yep.
like, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then sometimes it's a lot better to even do that. That way you learn about yourself. So whenever you ready to go out and get into a relationship or whatever, you already know, You know what I'm saying? You back better, knowing that okay, if this don't work out, I'm always good because I have to deal with that period of time where I have to learn being about myself and how to embrace that, chilling by yourself, having fun by yourself. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's the best because shit, you ain't got nobody to worry about but yourself. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
it's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Sometimes it's like that until you choose to do whatever, but that's a whole learning process. Some people are afraid to do that because they're afraid of themselves. Like they really afraid to go and fix them problems that they know they have, and they keep blaming it on the relationship. Like Mouthpiece just said, like that's the common denominator is you. All your problems you ever had in your life.
What's funny, bro? Not to cut you off. That's the season that I'm in right now. Like listening to what you just said, and just this whole topic, it put it in perspective of why my past relationships wasn't successful and why I'm in the same boat right now. I've been trauma bonding, bro. I felt like I've needed, just that companionship. Never really learned how to be on by myself and build by myself. I always thinking I needed somebody there to validate me being a man, validate me being a family man, and you know what I'm saying, and having that title. Like that's what I was doing. It just put it in perspective. I had been trauma bonding. That's why my relationships haven't been successful. It wasn't the relationship. It was more me, and not just bearing down on me. You know what I'm saying? Just taking accountability of my part in the unsuccess. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
This shit is dope. This shit is dope right here.
Appreciate that, bro.
Just going back to when I was growing up, I stole this story before. My father, he spent my first 10 years of my life locked up, so I got to see my mama go through these different relationships, and my mama. She was dominant, because she had been independent for so long. So every time she meet a man, they would have to deal with her mouth. They would have to, listen to her perspective. And if it wasn't her way, it was the highway. You know what I'm saying? So I never really got to see that balance and how to balance a relationship and how to vet a woman and how to communicate. And you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times I spend myself trying not to do what I've seen. You know what I'm saying? So having kids and breaking up with her and going through smoke, having more kids and breaking up with her, it's like, damn, maybe it's not the relationship, maybe it's something I need to do. Maybe it's something I need to get together first. And that's really not trauma bonding, but finding myself, getting to know myself, finding my happy place, and then moving forward.
Self-evaluation. That's a key that we also gotta try to share with our people too. We see that constantly going through that. All my family that became successful after that trauma bonding, they always utilize self-evaluation. You know what I'm saying? You always have to evaluate yourself on a day-to-day basis. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's before you go to bed or when you wake up, but you still have to think about your actions going for the day. You see what I'm saying? You want to make sure your tomorrow be better than your today, because you know what I'm saying, or your next day is better than the day before. I mean the day after, because the day after caused so much problems, and you got to learn from that next day. You can't keep carrying it on. That's the same thing with the trauma bonding. We know with the trauma bonding situation, you got to relinquish and let go all of that old shit to get through. You know what I'm saying? To get past, because you want to get back to being alone and loving yourself and thinking in a positive light. Sometimes you be with that trauma bond so much, it starts like deviating your thoughts and shit. It's making you think negative so much. You don't even have a positive respect or a positive look at shit. You're not optimistic to life no more. Everything got a scheme to it. Everything, you know what I'm saying? And you don't want to be in that bubble, because then you create a box inside your mind and you have them problems where you gotta release that. You gotta let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Trust yourself, because you can't give what you don't have. that's a main issue when it comes to our people too. You know what I'm saying? My mom was a prime example of that as well because low key, I've seen her do the same situation as well. But as she went on, she took a break. She took a long break from
Yeah.
dating people. You know what I'm saying? And she ended up finding her husband and ended up being married to a man for 19 years. You know what I'm saying? So salute to hey,
Yeah.
that's what it take, man. You know what I'm saying? I used to wonder about that too. Like, damn, she ain't went out in a long time, but she doing the regular life, going to work, doing other things. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. That self-reflection. It healed her. Self-reflection heal you through time, especially when you recognize it and you're able to be, getting that negative energy off you.
So my biggest dilemma is, because I've been out the game for 20 years. So like the game has most definitely changed. Women make it hard to be a lady. Because what I'm saying, they leave nothing to the mind, to the imaginary mind. And it's just like, honestly, I used to be such an outgoing person. But
my bad. So hold on. Salute to Just Me, TT. Salute. Welcome to the, you know what I'm saying? Welcome to the wonderful Come On Brother, episode 5 of Black Hatred, Trauma Bonding. I'm sorry, it's Queen Sad Blue. Go right ahead. I just wanted to show us some love real quick.
Oh, no problem. Another thing, I had short time. I'm old, man. See, let me see, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the game. So, so it's like, so the dating scene is a lot different than what it was 20 years ago. And in all honesty, I'm cool on that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the things that you have to go through, and then the statistics, you know what I'm saying? How many women to one man? And, of course, men know that, and what one woman won't do, the next will, so
that's right.
It's like, I understand, that, this may, and I'm cool with it, but this may be it, with situationships, only because I just don't see me having that type of patience and understanding anymore because, unfortunately, I practiced it with the wrong person. But, it is what it is. And then it's scary, nowadays, just, with people, their hidden agendas, people not being truthful or forthcoming. So it's just like, I understand why your mom, she kind of, sat back on it, and life will make you do that a lot better.
Yep.
And I get you, and I get it because I have that kind of same thought process. Like, damn, I gotta get out here in the mix in 2024, man. I'm 35 years old. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's a good time to start that healing process by first trusting yourself. Like, I know I'm not finna move fast this time. You know what I'm saying? And it puts me in a position to be upfront and honest with people and give them an opportunity to choose, you know what I'm saying? Whether they want to like me or whatever it is, even though I know what I want and I know what I expect. So I let them know up front, look, I'm fresh out here and I'm not looking for nothing. I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? And this is the type of person I am. This is what I've been through. And it is what it is. You can use that as fuel to be upfront with people and just be like, man, I'm good. I'm good. I can respectfully turn you down. I can respectfully say no because I don't want to go back through that. I don't want to go back down that road.
Yes. Because it builds character and it builds confidence. See, that's how you know you fully healed from the situation. Because at points it becomes sensitive. You don't want to talk about it. You don't want to think about it too much. But then when you get that relief and you be like, wait a minute, that's not my life. That's not me. That's not the type of person I am. I'm better than that. And that ain't even no cocky shit. That's just the truth. When you could realize that the situation don't define you as a person, and you can not necessarily disassociate yourself, but just utilize that as an example of your error in your life where you may have went wrong. And you can look at it with a mature perspective, be like, damn, you know what? That was then, this is now. You know what I'm saying? I know better and I knew better, but at the same time, I reacted in a certain way. Sometimes shit can trigger you to react a certain way that you never reacted before. It cause you to think less of yourself. But it's not you being too hard on yourself. That's one key too. You have to also watch for too, of you being too hard on yourself in situations, because everybody make mistakes. People are always making mistakes. You get what I'm saying? But you can tell a difference between a mistake and when a person just don't give a fuck. There's a big difference, y'all. I try that too, by the way.
Yeah.
One thing that I did, unfortunately, you know, like the latter part of the relationship, even though, you know, that saying, you know, you're lonely, but you're not alone. Well, so even though I was in a situationship, you know, I spent the latter part of the years, you know, by myself, you know, isolated.
Salute to the boy B804 in the building. Come on, brother. Yes, sir.
So that kind of prepared me for, you know, what's happening now, which is, you know, me by myself and stuff. And I already been kind of, you know, life already showed me that this was coming and kind of prepared me for it, you know, even though we were still in a situationship. So that, I think that helped a lot bit with this process, because it's like all this time I truly believe that I was in a good relationship, a healthy relationship of 20 years. Then all of a sudden, you know, the train wreck happened. I'd probably be devastated. I'd probably be all over the board. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling. You know what I'm saying? But I already felt this coming. I felt like, you know, the signs were there most definitely. We choose to ignore them or give them excuses for, you know, whatever reason, you know. And I know I did a lot of that, and I'm guilty of that. And even, you know, separation, you know, we don't have to necessarily be enemies. We don't have to, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, we still have something in common, which is our child. But you can't just walk away from a situationship or relationship with just, you know, still being friends. They have, you know, selfish tendencies because, you know, no, they want you. You know what I'm saying? They don't. I'm not gonna
It's
say they don't
always
want
an ulterior motive.
happy.
It ain't just the motherfucker being cool with you. They always got an ulterior motive. And you should not be on that level, because that's still you scheming to get back in the situation. And you go again with the spitefulness, where it shouldn't be no more of that. You got a kid now. It's time to let that shit go and be in the light of the kid. Okay? All energy and all things go to the kid. We ain't doing that no more. You don't respect my level, I don't respect your level, but let's respect the kid while we're around. You ain't gotta always see us fighting, disagreeing. We'll talk about it later. We don't have to talk about it in front of the kid. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You cannot victimize or enemize me against my child, because that fucking kid confidence too.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's current situation. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just like, but you know, one thing about alcohol, which I truly understand, it's just a disease. It's just a disease. So you know, a lot of the stuff that he's doing and saying, you know,
he's doing it for the wrong reasons. Definitely,
well, he believed it. He believed it. He really, truly, heartedly believed it. But that's because of, I mean, if you drink in 24 hours a day, like we went to court at 10 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? He already had a content level of 0.24. And then the thing, the judge, I'm telling you, man, like I just pray that he does not have a seizure.
He's drinking.
That motherfucker, you know, damn water. Like before he even, if he had to choose air and alcohol, it's alcohol. But I understand it's a disease. So like, I'm not, you know, feeling bad about, okay. I mean, I did explain to him that it was either me or the alcohol, and it was crystal clear, you know, where I stood. And so, but, you know, the scary thing about it is what he created in his mind, he wholeheartedly believes. So, you know, all of a sudden, you know, I'm a thought, you know, I'm in and out the barracks, fucking everything that moves. When I've never done that before, I don't have the history of, you know, being promiscuous or having, you know, several different partners and stuff. So, but he wholeheartedly, and when he came to court, he thought that he was going to put me on blast, you know what I'm saying? And it just flipped on him, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know how, I don't know if he came across somebody, they smelt it, or they watched him, you know, pushing that beer back. But, you know, we went before the court. Judge asked him to raise his hand and swear before the court, and asked him, you know, a simple question: have you been drinking? He said no. Well, have you been drinking within the last 24 hours? No. Well, would you agree to a breathalyzer? Of course. And see, why would you agree to that, knowing that you just got to push it?
Then you lying to the judge. What the fuck?
Then now you in the
judge, man.
Now you in the jail. And you done played in the judge talk. You know what I'm saying? And then when he realized he wasn't getting nowhere with that, he gonna sit there and try to get smart with the judge. The judge was like, we asked you, did you drive here? You said no. He said, well, I didn't. Well, that's your car parked out there. Yeah, it's my car, but somebody drove me. Come on, bro. Well, I was supposed to play.
Come
So
on,
now the
brother.
judge is really taking offense to it. Like, you really just made
Right.
it easy,
Come on.
See?
And so now we got to push this thing back to 30 days because now you held a contempt, and they're not going to take testimony from an intoxicated person, which is unfortunate to me because I'm ready to move on.
Yeah. See? That's that bullshit. Yeah, see? That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Queen out of my watch say, I
But
went through the same
I'm gonna
thing
drop down, y'all. I'm gonna
after my
holler at
boy.
y'all later. I'm about to get busy,
Okay,
man. So
okay, definitely.
salute to
Hey,
you,
salute, my
Mouthpiece.
bro.
Dope show today, man.
Hey, salute. Hey, for sure, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you for pulling up, man. No doubt. Salute, King.
For
Have a
sure.
great day.
Make sure y'all pull up for my boy Meadowbrook Montreal is going down. He gonna have a big homie show. Texas legend, big homie show is pulling up, and he finna do that now for real. But he gonna talk that real shit because he is a real guy, man. Salute to the legend, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute to all my kinfolk in Louisiana too, by the way. Salute to the whole boot, you dig? Queen out of my watch said, I went through the same thing, sister, after my husband passed away. It took me about 6 years to go through the therapy. I was on antidepressants and anxiety meds. Medication was the worst therapy for me. For real. For
I
real.
hear that. I hear that from a lot of people, but my experience is a bit different. I mean, I don't know if it means I am fucking crazy or maybe I'm chemically imbalanced or thrown off because I mean, honestly, it's keeping
People
me from
react to
having to
different
snap.
medicines differently
Yeah,
because sometimes
yeah,
when
it's a chemical
you
imbalance.
interact with a person, yeah, some people get more of a relief with talking to a therapist. You get what I mean?
Yeah,
Or talking to an opposite sex that is comforting them in that light. You know what I'm saying? So it's
or
different. People have different
being
reactions. You're
prescribed
not crazy at
medication.
all.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
No, I know I'm
Exactly.
not crazy, but I mean, it's just I mean, we start deteriorating mentally the older we become, and like me, I
Uh,
just mentally, it's just, I mean, I could snap and just, crackle and pop every time I feel like I'm being tested or tried. But for what? You know what I'm saying? And then, here we go with the lip wrestling. And most times, everybody want to put the pause on the calls. People, kids feel like it's okay to touch people. I'm not on that type of time.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it's just easier for me to walk away. Not necessarily so with the significant other, but all I can do is be responsible for myself and, in my actions and just ensure that, it doesn't flip on me. But, it helped me. I mean, it was to the point where, there's loss of sleep, weight gain. It was just, it was
Yeah.
medically
It get bad.
deteriorating.
It get very bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it can. And so,
Man.
but, I hear all the time people say, that the medication was not a good move for them, but I'm an advocate for it.
Yeah. See, but see, also with the medication, evaluations on the people too have to be considered because that's what the thing is. Some hospitals and some places, the trauma centers, they don't do evaluations like that to make sure that the medicine is going to be
Mhm.
productive for that person. You get what I'm saying? Some people,
Right.
caregivers are even better. Like if you have and I bet your caregiver was the shit because you sound definitely like it worked for you. You know what I'm saying? But some people, depending on the level of depression or trauma bond that they have to have something a little bit more direct. You know what I'm saying? Not stronger because that stronger shit don't necessarily work. You know what I'm saying? But something a little bit more direct, something to help them get that evaluation before they get up on that medicine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's where a lot of doctors be going wrong at too. They just be prescribing them people
Yeah.
antidepressants. Oh, here you go. Oh no, you can take these. Here, take these Xanax. You're gonna be okay. Go to sleep. Get you some rest. No,
Yeah,
nigga. You know what I'm
they
saying?
have doctors have a kickback. Every time they write a prescription for that,
You know what I'm
they
saying?
always get kickback through the manufacturer. So there's always again hidden agendas.
See what I'm saying? And that shit ain't cool. So you got to definitely not become co-reliant on them drugs, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, the Most High is the number one ingredient for all of that. You know what I'm saying? If you definitely a believer or, you pray to Allah or whatever God that you worship, try to go within to make sure that you reconstruct yourself within first. Because trauma is always best to be healed within, not outside. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying don't have you a drink every now and again when you get through the work week or whatever. I ain't saying that. But you could become co-reliant on it
Yeah.
and you have a woman next to you And instead of you reaching over and saying, baby, I'm going through some things right now. I'm not feeling too good. You grabbing that bottle, that's you always starting in the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? Do like that boy FYBJ man said, start there first with your lady, brother, because she the black woman. She's made to be talked to and absorb that energy and help you see it on a brighter light. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Yep. So I definitely want to greatly appreciate y'all for coming on up too, by the way. And I got one more note I want to share real quick before I dip. We're going to wrap it up, y'all. I'm going to play one more banger from your boy, Big Mouthpiece. I want to definitely say much love to my brother Trill Pill, Meadowbrook Montreal, Sad and Blue for pulling up. You know what I'm saying? Always a blessing, my brother E for pulling up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah.
Thank you for having us.
It hit different. Man, y'all
Man,
definitely more than welcome to come pull up. On God. You feel me, fam? Trill Pill, my time.
I caught one.
You finally caught one on par 5, too, at that. So that's what's up. So definitely make sure y'all check out the other episodes to this series, Black Hatred, because I was thinking about just doing like 3 parts to this series, but shit, Black Hatred is so strong in our community. This shit might go on for 10 parts, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Maybe longer, because I want to expound the consciousness and also the ideology of our trauma and our pains that we go through in our community. You know what I'm saying? So the resolution to most of that trauma bonding is never be in a trauma bond relationship, and watch out for the flags, because a trauma bond relationship can never become healthy. You know what I'm saying? Occasional display of positive behavior be used sometime to strengthen the trauma bond, causing the victim to accept the bare minimum, trapping them in a vicious narcissistic cycle. You know what I'm saying? Trauma bonding and narcissism go hand in hand, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So the queen she say what Melody Jim said, positive vibes over here. Let's keep it going. On God, you know we gotta, definitely, queen. We always on high vibration. That's what we do this for. You know what I'm saying? Low vibrational shit, every now and again, you might hear us bust a little something down, but most of the time we gotta elevate our people because that's what is needed. You know what I'm saying? That's what your platform should be based upon. You know what I'm saying? We do a good job of tearing each other down enough. It's time to rebuild, y'all. Real shit. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody for pulling up. I'm gonna go ahead and play this other banger before we dip. Make sure y'all following the queens. You know what I'm saying? Melanated Jim. Make sure you following the queen, Sad and Blue. Make sure y'all follow my brother Trill Pill, because he definitely be going hard. Salute to my brother V804 for pulling up. Make sure y'all pull up for Smoking Joe TV coming real soon. Man Cave Mondays coming real soon. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she said call auntie. Oh God. Uh-oh, Trill Pill, call auntie, man.
All right, watch. I got you.
That's real though. That's real though.
Hey man, salute to you, bro.
Love, bro. Blessings on blessings.
Shit, man.
Hey man, salute to you too, my guy. Yes, definitely pull up. We definitely gonna come back with part 5, part 2 of trauma bonding, but we're gonna break it down a little bit further. We're gonna go into a little bit deeper because we expounded on the 7 stages and things of that nature. But I definitely want to hear more from everybody on their current stage of the trauma bonding, after the effects of trauma bonding. That could be the follow-up. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all tuning in to your boy Big Mouthpiece. Come on, brother. You know what I'm saying? It's a pleasure. It's always a blessing, y'all. And turn up this banger, slap it, you know what I'm saying? Coming soon. Make sure y'all follow me on Spotify. Check out my tunes, because I really be spinning for the people. And make sure you are more than welcome to come back and pull up anytime, every Saturday at 2 p.m. It's your boy, Big Mouthpiece. But come on, brother. Salute.
Big greedy mouth type shit. Yeah, Mouthpiece. Family, let's go. I know my shit slap. I know my shit slap, nigga. This poetry a nigga ain't rapping. This poetry a nigga ain't rapping. Yeah, I know my shit slap. I know my shit slap. Any nigga don't think so, that's cat. Any nigga don't think so, that's cat. I know my shit slap. Yeah, I know my shit slapping, nigga. This poetry a nigga ain't rapping. This poetry a nigga ain't rapping. I know my shit slap. Any nigga don't think so, that's cap. Little bit, I know my shit slap. Little bit, I know my shit slap. I know my shit got kicked to it. Snatch your hoe and put dick to her. Hollow text make y'all transparent. Everybody see how this shit been through ya. Knew you hoe niggas was hating. I knew you hoes was talking down. I'm gon' keep fucking y'all head up. Hearing the courses all in your mouth. You try to doubt, but I know my shit slap. I know my shit slap, nigga. This poetry a nigga ain't rapping. This poetry a nigga ain't rapping. Yeah, I know my shit slap. I know my shit slap. Any nigga don't think so, that's cat. Any Any nigga don't think so, that's cat. I know my shit slap. Yeah, I know my shit slapping, nigga. This poetry, a nigga ain't rapping. This poetry, a nigga ain't rapping. I know my shit slapping. Any nigga don't think so, that's cap. Little bit, I know my shit slapping. Little bit, I know my shit slapping.
This ain't no rapper shit. I'm a weighted nigga, I map shit.
Coming from the slum, what we used to.
Flip on them Benzie mattresses.
Using 22s for target practice.
Breeze poking in my pocket like a cactus.
A big booty shaking up the atlas.
Yeah, that's how you know my shit slapping.
That cap and that's what they do. Fire bangs a whole crate full. Don't be ungrateful. I'm a greedy nigga, gotta have a plate full. Straight to your chest like when you take a big pull of that jet fuel.
Little bitty bit, that's what I do. Every time I do what I do, no cap fool.
I know my shit slap. I know my shit slap, nigga. This poetry, a nigga ain't rapping. This poetry, a nigga ain't rapping. Yeah, I know my shit slap. I know my shit slap. Any nigga don't think so, that's cat. Any nigga don't think so, that's cat. I know my shit slap. Yeah, I know my shit slapping, nigga. This poetry, a nigga ain't rapping. This poetry, a nigga ain't rapping. I know my shit slapping. Any nigga don't think so, that's cap. Little bit, I know my shit slapping. Little bit, I know my shit slapping.